I do believe naman na once you're a reader, you'll always be a reader. Hello guys, I'm Yana, and some of you are probably from TikTok. So, welcome. Nasa YouTube na ako. This is gonna be my first YouTube video. Well, this is not my first YouTube video kasi I've been making videos in YouTube way before I started doing TikToks. Pero this is gonna be my first YouTube video na, new start. New start. I want to talk about my growth as a reader. So this is gonna be like a backstory of how I became a reader and wala, just a little bit about me. I think everyone have different phases when it comes to reading. Some people started reading when they were like kids, starting with storybooks or maybe sa school kasi you have this required readings or maybe as an adult while scrolling through TikTok. I think the act of reading will always find you at different times of your lives. Ako naman, I feel like I have different eras when it comes to reading. Welcome to the era store. I read different books when I was a kid. I read different books when I was a teen. Certainly different kinds of books now. But I feel like I've always known I love to read. Like, I love stories. So, yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys those different chapters in my life. The beginning. Growing up, I've always been curious. Kasi makulit talaga ako nung bata pa ako. So, I always wanna know things. And thankfully, I'm, well, obviously privileged to have the chance na magkaroon ng mga encyclopedias just lying around sa bahay. My mom would buy sets. I don't know if may mga naka-experience sa inyo. Yung mga naglalako ng mga encyclopedias sa mga subdivision or, sa mga school. So, we'll have those. And, syempre, as a kid, mag-uumpisa ka talaga with pictures. I would be spending time looking at the pictures. And then, ayun, kasi wala pa naman talaga social media that time. So, after scanning through the encyclopedia, susoli mo, tapos pag may spare time ka ulit, kukunin mo ulit, tapos you're just gonna look at them again and again and again and again. So, ayun, I think I would say na yun yung nagpa-spark ng love ko for consuming information like that. Pero masyado naman yata akong performative kung sasabihin ko na mga ganun lang talaga yung binabasa ko nung bata ko. Meron naman kaming mga storybooks lying around. Tsaka mga fairy tale compilation sa bahay. I even remember going through this book every single time nung bata pa ako. Like, lagi ko siyang binabasa to the point na gusto ko nang gayahin yung mga mannerisms niya sa libro. Tapos i-apply ko sa totoong buhay. It's the book called Bread and Jam for Francis. As a kid, it was the best kind of storytelling for me. Yeah, I'm such a weird kid. Like, I would bring my books to the CR while I was doing my thing. And that's not like even me being performative or anything. That's just like me wanting to bring books. Like, alam mo yun, gusto mo may binabasa ka habang you're doing it. So, yeah. Tapos na-realize ko ngayon na that's too much information for you guys. The Wattpad magazine's phase. These are the golden years. If you didn't have a Wattpad phase during your teenage years, what were you doing? Like, what's wrong with your teenage years? Kasi, di ba, it's like so peak at the time. Kasi it was just like still new. It introduced me to a whole lot of different stories at that time. And that's also the first time I tried writing stories in novel format. It was shitty, but I did it. Kasi when I was also younger, I used to write stories but it's in dialogue format. So basically, para akong gumagawa ng script. My old classmates can literally stand witness for this kasi I would spend time writing stories during class. Like, yung mga notebooks ko puno from front to back. So when I found out about Wattpad that time, I thought I found gold. Ganon na levels. Reading in Wattpad is so fun too. Like, you'll find the story, you'll think that it's the most well-written form of literature only for you to reach the last page tapos nakahayatos pala yung story. Like, ilang months, ilang years na palang hindi nag-update yung author. I also do that a lot. Like, I have a lot of stories in Wattpad na I just I just left it there. The stories that I used to read a lot during this time was from Serial Sleeper. Like, I love her story so much. And I think siya yung isa sa mga reason why I love the horror genre so much. But I also read a lot of Biatch and Ali Looney stories before. I also even have the original cover pa nung physical version nung she's dating the gangster, but I don't have it anymore. So yeah, good times, good times. Okay, and very quick segue lang. I also have a total girl face. Like, monthly ako magpapabili ng copy nung magazine, and it was like around 100 or 150 before, and that was expensive before. Gusto ko magpabili nun religiously. I have to have every single copy every month. What a great time, I think. The Lost Chapters. So when I got to college, I stopped reading. At this point in my life, I thought na, oh, it was just probably a phase when I was younger. And I outgrew it na. And I have more better things to do now that I'm in college. But I don't know, I guess, hindi naman sa I fully stopped reading kasi I still was able to read Order of the Phoenix when I was in college kasi nakahiram pa ako ng copy ng libro. But like in general, the spark is gone. Even Wattpad, it's not like something I find fun anymore. Reading felt more like a task rather than it being something you do for fun. But during this time din kasi, I started doing side quests in life. I got into journaling. I started writing more songs. So I think na it's probably still connected to stories, but it's just like in a different format. The self-help era. Before I actually go to the now, like the present era, I just want to do a pre now era, which is my self help era. I once had a phase where I read a lot of self help books. Because, I just got out of college and my first time being an actual adult. So parang naisip ko, wait, I need a manual for this. So that time I watched a lot of adulting videos, adulting tips. And those videos sometimes recommend books na you can read. And mostly mga self-help books yon. And I would say, well, here's the thing about self-help books. You don't need to read every single one of them. Siguro for me, I only have like one self-help book that I felt like it helped me, and that's it. I don't need to read another one. The manga era. This is definitely one of my favorite awakenings. Kasi for a long time, I never really got the hype about reading manga. Kasi parang nasisip ko, bakit ko pa babasahin 'to, animate din naman 'to eventually. Like, why would I spend time reading it pa? Tapos yung mga drawings hindi gumagalaw, tapos hindi mo pa i-imagine kung paano siya i-animate. Like, I was such a pessimist for someone na hindi pa talaga siya fully na-experience. But girl, again, it was such a fun realization once you have an anime that you like so much tapos bigla mo na-realize wala palang season 2, you wanna know what will happen next, right? That's what happened to me when I rewatched Alice Academy or Gako in Alice. So yeah, long story short, I was so proud of myself kasi that was like the first ever manga na I finished ever. The Now. Let me tell you about the first time I picked up a book again in my life, and it's actually like the first full actual story book I've ever read in a long time. And would you actually believe that It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover? To be honest, I didn't really like the book, but I saw it a lot online, and also one of my friends loved it, so I tried reading it. But here's another thing. I don't like the idea of digital reading kasi before. I don't like the feeling of reading using my phone. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped reading Wattpad overall. But hearing all the hype for the book, seeing people cry over it, na-curious ako, which then eventually opened up this whole new world for me, which is booktok. So I started reading all these popular booktok books like The Cruel Prince, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and alam niyo yun, parang, oo nga pala, no, I used to love reading. So parang, fast forward, I started reading a lot using my phone. I've been reading a lot of books. I've been finishing books in one day. Life is good again. It's like I went back to my teenage years, buried in my phone, reading Wattpad books. And yeah, now I'm here, yapping about books in TikTok. I'm so happy I found my way back. I do believe naman na once you're a reader, you'll always be a reader. It's something that will always be in you. You'll probably have some gaps, but I don't think na it's something na bigla na lang, I don't want to do this anymore forever. So yeah, thank you for listening to me talk about this. This is really something din kasi na I wanted to reflect on. Like, oo nga pala, no? Ang dami kong versions as a reader. So, thank you and see you again on the next video. Bye!